guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. This is a continuation of my Color Lovers series. This is where I choose a color and I come up with a bunch of different makeup products that are available in that shade. And for this series, I really like picking shades that I'm really excited about and then coming up with products, not just like random products that fit the description, but products that I truly like. And I actually am really excited about the Pantone color of the year this year. It's Marsala. I think it was described as an earthy red. You know, it's kind of unique and sort of a complex shade, I think, because I could go into my collection and dig up handfuls of berry and burgundy type shades, but a lot of them have so much purple in them, and this shade, I think, almost borders on the neutral family. You know, it's definitely a rosy red tone, but it's got some brown in there as well. And I really love it as a color of the year selection because I just think it lends itself to makeup so well. Lips are a really quick and easy way, I think, to incorporate this shade into your look, and the color I'm wearing now is actually a shade from Too Faced. It's one of the La Creme lipsticks in a color called Pink Chocolate, and I think it totally is a dead-on Marsala type color. Not a bright red, not a cherry red, but it goes a little more toward the neutral side, and it's got a lot of shine to it as well. I love this lipstick formula, and I just think it looks really great on the lips. I just realized I've got a bunch of flyaway hairs up there. Sorry about that, but something else I use to help define this lip look a bit more is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Lip Liner in Brick. This is a great shade to use with any kind of Marsala type tones because it's just a little bit deeper, and I think that's really nice when you're trying to get some definition. And there's this little brush tip, and I found myself using that today to kind of brush it in and help blend it around the lips a bit more. And if you want to wear this alone, I highly recommend putting it on top of a lip balm. You'll see a little bit more of the reddish color come out of this when you sheer it out, and I just think it's really beautiful. But a great drugstore lip liner that I wear very often that I think is also along the lines of that kind of shade is the NYX Lip Pencil. This is a shade called Mahogany. I've swatched it right here next to the Brick, and you can see it's quite a bit softer, a little bit lighter, and definitely I think more toward the neutral side than the red side, but it would totally be a great thing to pair with a lot of these different Marsala type shades, especially if you think they're more on the light end. A matte lip color that I'd love to recommend is from Maybelline. This is Touch of Spice. I'm so glad I picked this up because this is totally that Marsala type color here. Free from shine if you like a matte lip color and would look great paired with either of those lip liners. Another terrific lip pick would be the MAC lipstick in Cream in Your Coffee. This is a cream sheen formula, and I've got it swatched right here. You can see quite a bit of shine coming off of that, but just a really, I think, soft take on this color. And very similar to Cream in Your Coffee is this Revlon lip butter in Pink Truffle. It also has that slightly shiny finish. It's a very easy to wear type shade, but I think it totally captures, again, that neutral side to this reddish toned color. And one gloss that I think is worth mentioning is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Gloss in the shade called Maverick. This does have a little bit of shimmer, and anytime I've worn this, I've gotten lots of compliments, and it's definitely a great, like, brownish red. You can sheer it out more than this, and it'll have a little softer look on your lips, softer color, but I think it's great for this Marsala color family. A cheek color that I would love to recommend is actually one of my all-time favorites. It's the e.l.f. Studio Blush in Blushing Rose. This is a great color for giving you that just in from the cold type look on your cheeks. I am wearing that today, and I just love the tone, and I think it works so well if you're trying to create this Marsala vibe in your makeup, and maybe you paired that kind of cheek with a lip, and I think it really works harmoniously together. So this is a $3 blush. It's very pigmented. Use a light hand with it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, as far as eyeshadows go, I scoured my collection, and I feel like I have a lot of shades that are close to this Marsala tone, but really once I started swatching them out, I'm like, no, they're too purple. Too much of a berry vibe going on in a lot of them. But one shade that I think really fits the description of this color well is Bitten from Makeup Geek, and this is a matte shade, and this is so beautiful. This is one of my favorites from her line because I think you can wear it with a lot of packed on intensity, or it looks beautiful if you sheer it out, but it's this shade right here. A really nice kind of brick red type color, and I think it suits this color of the year really well. By the way, this lives here in this palette of some of my favorite Makeup Geek eyeshadows, so there's Bitten. I think it's a great shade. Another palette that I recently picked up and I am loving so much, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is is a total no-brainer for this Marsala video, but it is this Sephora Pantone Universe Facets of Marsala eyeshadow palette, and yeah, it's gorgeous. It's all kinds of Marsala type tones and also different shades that would look good paired with those kinds of colors. And I've been playing with this a bunch, and I think the quality of these shadows is really nice. I think it's very important that you tap off the excess because they can be a little flaky, but I really want to do maybe I was thinking a 2-in-1 type tutorial plus a review with this, because I did a very intense look with this palette over the weekend. It was really smoky, brought in a lot of these red tones, and I loved it, but today I went even softer, and I like this kind of look as well. And what's interesting too is they identify these 4 shades here as the Marsala colors. There's Marsala Matte, Marsala Satin, Marsala Glitter, and Marsala Metallic here. And as you can see, they're all really reddish. These are beautiful. I truly love these tones, and I mean, they're the main reason why I got this palette, but the color that I think more accurately defines the Marsala shade is down here, and this one is called Hot Chocolate. I've swatched it here, and I don't really feel like that swatch does justice to the beauty of this shade, but it's the definition, I think, of a deep brownish red. But I've actually got that shade sheared out here, kind of on the outer parts of my eye. It just kind of diffused out. It looks so gorgeous. So loads of pretty colors in this palette, and I love how they didn't just put in, you know, one shade and called it Marsala. They've got really a lot of different textures and tones, and it's just a lot of fun to work with. And then another thing I wanted to point out is the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette. This palette is loaded with all sorts of like purpley berry shades, but also I think some colors that lend itself a little bit more toward the Marsala look, particularly this shade right here. You know, it's not too red, it's got a lot of brownish tone in it. Also, if you think about pairing it with more of the goldeny or rose gold tones in this palette, that's a really pretty look as well, and it takes it a little less toward berry and a little bit more toward neutral. So I hope this video gave you some ideas if you're looking for some ways to wear this Pantone color of the year. Again, I think it's super wearable for a makeup look if you want to wear it on your eyes, your cheeks, your lips. You don't have to do it all simultaneously. I kind of did that today for the purposes of showing you as much as I could in this video. But just to pop in one area or another in your look. Or you could just pop on, you know, a pretty bold necklace in that color tone. That would be gorgeous as well. You know, think about accessories, and there are so many directions you could go. But if you enjoy these Color Lovers videos, I will definitely link to all the ones I've done before in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.